Bad
Bad
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Starting from scratch?
I'm sorry.
From scratch,
Okay.
here we
Yeah.
go.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about staying out of your head because it's a bad neighborhood.
It really is.
I know.
Yes, it is.
Now, I mean, aside from the fact that every day, all day as working women, we are thinking about not only our to-do lists, our errands, what we have to do for the kids, but we're also in our heads just about everyday things that kind of occur to us. Something someone said that really didn't sit well with us. Maybe something we're lacking or something that we didn't do that we wanted to do. But all day we are sort of a slave to this neighborhood that we have created. And I really want to talk about like how could we create a neighborhood that is not filled with bullies, but filled with allies. I mean,
Oh, I like that.
right? Like this is
Nice.
our space.
Right,
Let's-
it
and
is.
you talk about decorating. Let's
Right.
decorate it. Let's put people that are pro us
Right.
in our space rather than people that are trying to like sabotage ourselves that we're putting there.
Right. And, you know, when I think of neighborhoods, I love these neighborhoods that actually start these gardens in the neighborhoods, in the cities, where all of a sudden they've got everyone, these community gardens. And whenever I think of my mind, I always see it as this garden where my feminine energy gets to dance with the universe, or God, or source, or whatever you want to call it. But it's like where you get to play.
Yes.
And if you've got something in there that is negative, there's no dancing going
No,
on.
it's not.
There's none of
Right.
that going on. So what are the things that you've been able to come up with for yourself
Right.
that you've been able to, really quiet that negativity in the mind? Have you come up with any strategy? I know Tamara's got some strategies, we've talked, but what do you think, what have you done?
Well, for me, because I'm in sales, I feel like it's a very hypersensitive environment where I feel I'm always, no matter how hard I try, almost forced to know what other people are doing.
So there's a lot of comparison.
Even if I'm not so much comparing myself to them, I am seeing what everyone is doing. So I'm already in my head, and I'm not saying why them, why not me. I'm just saying, wow, I'm at a zero already. And then I'm thinking to myself, is it my leads? I have bad leads, that's why. Or, you know what, it's my approach. I'm not on my game today. And you know what, I'm just putting all of these really negative roommates in my head. So what I try to do is, being aware. Self-aware is key to everything. Just being in the moment and being aware and catching myself. The second I do that, saying, okay, stop. Stop. You're getting in your head again. And is what you're saying true? Is it even true? Do you have bad leads?
Right.
Are you off your game? No. You know you don't have bad leads. Everyone
Right.
gets the same of everything. And so please, just pause. Just stop. Acknowledge that you're in your head. Acknowledge that what you're thinking isn't necessarily an accurate thought. And just remove it and fill it with something. Put a more positive roommate in there.
I think that one of the hardest things to do for people who have not had any kind of self-improvement or, self-transformation is to even pause.
Yeah.
I think they were so on autopilot that to let other people know, to let our friends know, sometimes you just have to stop people in their track to say, okay, take a breath. And you get to do that for you, but for your friends, sometimes you could go and go and go and go and be on the wheel. And someone just, if you can't do it yourself, hopefully you could do it for another, or someone could do it for you to say, all right, take a breath.
Yes.
Because people actually forget to breathe.
That's right. And I think in the the age of social media,
Right.
I think people are even more so than ever
Definitely.
just
Definitely.
forgetting to just pause.
Yeah.
It's
Without a
that
doubt.
constant instant gratification, go, 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 autopilot mode
Right.
that kind of prevents
Right.
us from being able to pause.
Right.
Well, and I think, like you both had said, it's the awareness.
Right.
I mean, I think I was 28 when I finally became even aware that there was another conversation going on in my mind.
Right.
That there was this negative banter. So I mean, here we're on this planet for how many years, and all of a sudden, you know, it's just, and can you imagine? It's not that the tape just showed up or the voice just showed up. It's been rolling. It's been rolling and rolling, but all of a sudden you just have this awareness. And what I like to do is just almost be that Jiminy Cricket, you know, on the shoulder, and just go, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, just hear it. Just pause. Just stop for a minute. Well, I like doing this while I'm driving. I do pay attention while I drive, so don't worry. It's, you know, it's okay. If you see me on the road, really,
Don't fear her.
Don't fear me. You see this big blonde coming, it's really okay. So, but what I like to do, I find when I'm driving, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, like there have been 5 conversations going on in my brain. Like you said, the to-do list, the this, the that. But then there's this other thing that comes in, and you're just like, oh, where did that come from? Like, again, a little WTF moment. But again, you get, what are you going to do with it?
Right.
So you get to just go, oh, I'm aware of it. So I like that you ladies mentioned the awareness.
Just to wrap it up in a sense, Jen. So you have these conversations really quick. I want to just get back. You look at a sales chart. You're 0. You say these things. What keeps you going?
I think what keeps me going is pausing, really catching myself, and it takes practice. Catching myself and replacing that bully
Okay.
with a
Yeah.
roommate that's going to support me.
I like
That's
that.
fantastic.
I like the
Fantastic.
supportive roommate. Good.
Really good.